What up, folks? It's T-Biz here, and this is part, what, 6, I think, maybe? We gotta be, what, into 5 or 6? Well, I'll know by the time I title it. But anyways, the Star Wars Power of the Force, or just Star Wars figures unboxing. I still gotta make room for space, for storage and stuff, so yeah, we're gonna open up all these suckers. We still got about 3 or 4 more waves of figures to go, maybe even more than that, to just go through. And but before we even do this video, I want to give proper shout outs to people. Collectible Quest gets a shout out. Nostune gets a shout out. Mark Poitras gets a shout out. Toys and Wheels gets a shout out. 36 Whiplash, KJ. Let's see, Kevin Nelson gets a shout out. Let's see, I Don't Hold Back With My Comments gets a shout out. Let's see, anybody else? Jeremy Cintron, Mr. Cyberdrone, and let's see, Karamash, or Noun Forum, or I guess it's Noun. Noun, yeah, I guess so. Bone Breaking Action, Todd Smith, and King Pumpkin, Camcorder Nonsense, at Eltenda's channel. Let's see, Star Toys 21. Man, let me see. Vomit Thunder and Rider Origin. And I believe we're all done with shout outs as far as that goes. Yeah, all done. Anyhow, as usual, we're going to go through all these, check out the cards and stuff. This one's Power of the Force Greedo with Rhodian Blaster Rifle. Good old favorite Greedo, who shot first. Anyways, yeah. There's Greedo, height 1.65 meters. Status Bounty Hunter, classification Rhodian. Affiliation Freelance. Weapon of choice Blaster Pistol. Here's a look at that wave. Don't think I have the orange pauldron, or do I? Sand Trooper. There's Jawas, Jedi Luke, and Maumadan. Let's see a whole list of other figures and yeah, vehicles and stuff that we've already seen. So I don't want to dwell on that too long. Here's C-3PO. I love this version of C-3PO. He's a little bit more. He's still kind of in a static pose, but just a little bit more about it. So that's really cool. I like this version a lot. I will leave this. Let it just hang. So if you want to pause it and read, go for it. But we all know about C-3PO. I don't want to waste a bunch of time. Yeah, more figures. I don't think I have, out of all these, I don't think I have Darth Vader. I might have a Darth Vader somewhere in my backstash, but I'm not quite sure. More of the vehicles, and these are 1995. Tonka Corporation, Kenner. Tonka. Woo. Same thing. Didn't always know that. Yeah. And there's Chewbacca. More info on Chewbacca. Go ahead and leave that for if you want to go ahead and pause it. But yeah, we didn't read his stats anyways. Height 2.28 meters. Status Rebel Co-Pilot, Starship Mechanic. Classification Wookiee, Affiliation Rebel Alliance, and Weapon of Choice Wookiee Bowcast Blaster. So yeah, there we go. But we didn't even read Goofy, C-3PO's 1.6 meter height, status interpreter. Classification Human Cyborg Relations Droid, Rebel Alliance Affiliation. So that's cool. Next up is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Sir Alec Guinness. Awesome, man. Saw a movie, Cromwell. He was in Cromwell. He played the king or whatever. Oh, I can't remember. I haven't seen that movie a few months, but Cromwell, if you can find it on YouTube, it is a really good free movie. It's really awesome. Really cool history. Yeah. So there's more look at the figures in the back. Once again, 1995 Tonka Corp. I'll go ahead and leave this. So if you want to pause it and read it. Height 1.75 meter, Jedi Knight, General of the Old Republic, classification human, Rebel Alliance affiliation, and weapon of choice lightsaber. Then Obi-Wan Kenobi. Got another Stormtrooper. Army built the crap out of these, which is awesome, so I'm glad I have as many as I do, but they are kind of wonky in the way they stand. We'll see how this one stands. Once again, there's the whole rigmarole of everything. You already know a lot about the good old Imperial Shock Troopers, unless you're born under a rock. More of the figures, more of the same. And here's one that, this is funny, man, because this takes me back. I used to work at a grocery store many years ago. I'm not going to name the name. This is many years ago. This is like when I was, what, 18 or 19, I think. And I actually stole this figure from that store. Not this figure, but I had another version of it that whatever would end up in my produce department at that job, I would I would just be like, yeah, okay, it's mine. If it just happened to end up there and I made it end up there, it would be mine. Plus, that store really, you know, I'm not all for, you know, don't steal, but anyways, that store sucked, and I didn't like the manager. I didn't like any of the leaders there or the management, and they all sucked. So that was, I got a lot of freebies at that store. Did a lot of trading with people at that store too. Like I would slice a pineapple for a free burger and fries. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff like that. But I was 18, I didn't care. So yeah, had basically no work ethic yet. But I was working on it. Han Solo and Hoth gear, height 1.8 meters, status pilot and smuggler, classification human, affiliation Rebel Alliance, weapon of choice, blaster, pistol, vehicle of choice, modified Corellian stock light freighter, Millennium Falcon. So yeah, there you go. If you want to pause that and read all that, go for it, because I'm not going to do it. So yeah, that's going to be that batch we're going to open up. Now the second batch, got this little prism sticker, Bib Fortuna with holdout blaster. This dude is always so fat. And I believe we saw him in the Bad Batch as well. I got this for $3.99 somewhere. Can't remember, was it Anna's Toys or just maybe a lot on eBay? I wasn't sure. Height 1.88 meters. Status Jabba the Hutt's Major Domo. Let's see, classification Twi'lek or Twi'lek, however you want to pronounce it. Affiliation loyal to Jabba the Hutt. Weapon of choice, holdout blaster. Here's some more of that wave. I have some Tusken Raiders, but I think I opened them all up, and I don't think I have an AT-ST driver. There's more of the stuff you can check out. I don't think I have a 2-1B medical droid either, and this was 1996 for the green cards. Yeah, let's see, Power of the Force, good old Lando Calrissian, another little prism sticker with a skiff guard, skiff guard Force Pike. I always like the Force Pikes. I always thought they looked really cool. They had a really cool design. It's like a bayonet staff type thing, whatever, poker thingy or whatever. Little like cow poker thing. See, Lando Calrissian skiff guard, 1.8 meters height or 1.7 meters height. Status: former Baron Administrator of Cloud City. Classification: human. Affiliation: Rebel Alliance. Skiff guard. What's weapon? Skiff guard. Force Pike. More of that same line, more of the same stuff there. 1996 Hasbro Kenner. So this is when Hasbro took over in 96. So a little bit of history there. We've got Kenner, Tonka Corporation, and then it crossed over from Kenner in 1996 from Kenner to Hasbro Inc. And now Hasbro, man, love them or hate them, but man, Hasbro is just super funky sometimes. Sometimes they put out some really cool winners, and sometimes they're just, I don't know what they're doing with some stuff. It's weird. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. I don't think it'll ever be like the old days. I don't know. Anyways, this is Weequay Skiff Guard and Force Pike and Blaster Rifle. This guy brings back a lot of memories. I've got a vintage one, and I had a vintage one when I was a kid, but I've probably rebought this figure I don't know how many times in my life. I always like the little prism sticker. It looks really cool. This guy was crazy. I always thought before custom figures were ever a thing, I always looked at this guy and I was like, man, this dude would be the perfect Freddy Krueger. Like, you could totally turn this guy into Freddy Krueger. And yeah, this is bought from good old Anna's Toy Depot here in Austin for $4.95, so that's cool. But yeah, I always thought he looked like Freddy Krueger, like all that, you know, skin and stuff, that wrinkled poop head face with dreadlocks. I thought it was cool. He had dreadlocks too, so that was really cool. Oh, height 1.7 meters, status Skiff Guard, classification Weequay, affiliation loyal to Jabba the Hutt, and Force Pike, and a face only a mother could love, pretty much. 1996 Hasbro Kenner. So yeah, same stuff on the back of that one. Oh, here we go. This is a figure. If you got the vintage version of this thing is like, whew, worth some money, because I think that would have been the original Power of the Jedi, Power of the Force, with the coin line or whatever from back in the day. Way back in the day. Last line of the last 18 of Star Wars figures. This is Selt Mare, or Mare, Yak Face. I don't know how you say that. It's weird. With Battle Staff. Good old Battle Staff. Look at that. It's all trippy. Trippy rainbow whatever sticker. Anyways, there's a good old Yak Face, man. Up on the Jabba skiff before it blows up. And they're right talking to Reese. Height 2.2 meters. Status informant. He's a snitch. Classification unknown. Affiliation little Jabba the Hutt. Weapon of choice double-barreled blaster pistol with modern trigger guard, modified trigger guard. Wow, that's a lot going on for his gun. Where? What? Okay, I guess that's a gun. Just looks like a big staff. Oh, we're gonna figure out how he holds it. So that's weird. All right. Wow, that's just crazy. 1997, Kenner Hasbro. So yeah, the 97 wave we had, yeah, Lando and Bib Fortuna and Emperor Palpatine, Luke Skywalker, and, Trooper Disguise, and Bosk. So there you go. Getting close towards the end of this. I know we got another. I'm going to keep this just because it's a good troop builder. It's a Luke Skywalker in disguise. And I guess if you're a custom man, you could repaint the face, whatever color you want, and the hair, and the eyes, or whatever you want to do. So yeah, there's him. So yeah, there we go. We've already saw this figure before, so yeah, there we go. Set him to the side. And just for this is a shout out to Brother Vampire, good old Brother Vampire. I hadn't talked to him in quite a while. I need to check up on him, see how he's doing. But yeah, his he likes Shadows of the Empire a lot, and yeah, it's a cool story. It's cool in between, like a gray area of Empire and Jedi, I think, maybe, or is it pre-Empire or post-Empire? I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, Dash Rendar with heavy weapons pack. So yeah, this figure should be fun. And this is the only carded Shadows of the Empire figure that I have, so this will be interesting to open up. And here we go with his stats and his little file card. If you want to pause it and read it, go ahead. And I could always pause it and read it myself if I want to go back and read all these. Anyways, if it shows up, yeah, I think it will. Anyways, Dash Rendar, height 1.8 meters, status smuggler, pilot, mercenary, classification human, affiliation freelance, weapon choice none, vehicle choice outrider. Still want that outrider. Missed out on it when Anna's Toy Depot had it. Man, this has got some crap on the back of the card. Anyways, you got some cool figures here. Chewbacca in the Bounty Hunter disguise, Prince Zizor, Luke Skywalker in the Imperial Guard disguise, Dash Rendar, Boba Fett and IG-88 2-pack, and Vader and Prince Zizor 2-pack. I think I have the swoop bike. The swoop bike's pretty cool. Electronic X-Wing, Boba Fett Slave 1, which they've changed the name now, which is pretty lame. Everybody wants to be touchy-feely and just race everything. All of everything. Oh my god, that's weird. Anyways, Millennium Falcon, backwards land. Millennium Falcon vehicle playset. Kenner Hasbro 1996. Join the official 1-800-TRUE fan. Or 1-800-TRUE douchebag. Let's see, call today, Star Wars fan club. So yeah, that's awesome. Once again, purchased at Anna's Toy Depot. I haven't been by her in a while because I want to sell her some stuff, but I don't know if she'll take any of it. Anyways, yeah, I'm not done with this video. I was about to say thanks, but no, we're not done with this yet. So I'm probably have to do a timestamp for this video. All right, later. And here we are, folks, back at the old cantina again. I love how these figures work with this little pop-up cantina. It's really, really cool and such a simple little diorama. I might need to bend these in or something, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, really cool. One thing I wanted to point out too about yeah, because this is kind of a weird timeline thing where they're all hanging out. But let's say this is Obi-Wan wandering around, and most likely before he knew Chewbacca, and this is Lando already knowing Chewbacca. But I don't know. We'll just say this is just a weird what-if timeline that's kind of can exist in real canon. I think it really can. Because yeah, everybody's still alive right here, so yeah, it makes sense. And Yak Face is helping out part-time, or he's working full-time at the cantina. And one thing that's weird about this Yak Face I kind of wanted to point out is that his gun is so weird. I don't know how he's supposed to hold it because it doesn't make any sense, like how he's supposed to hold this thing. And it's so weird. It's supposed to be a modified blaster rifle thing, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. How this thing is supposed to work or whatever, or I don't know. But it's a cool figure, but a weird little weapon for him. So yeah, I don't get him. I don't get him at all. It's very weird, but yeah, cool sculpt. Love this figure. He's got a waist twist. Head moves. Everything moves and stuff. So he's like a 6P figure, so to speak. Has some weird socks, but really, really cool figure. And it's kind of funny too because I think this guy came with the Jabba's cell barge, but he goes for a lot more money. And here's Lando with his skiff gear or whatever, or like his Jabba's, like, you know, one of Jabba's homies or whatever, denizens or whatever you call or whatever of the palace. But really not a bad figure if you want to pass up getting like the vintage collection one. This one really isn't bad. The helmet's nice. The paint is really excellent on this figure. And yeah, it's a good old sculpt of Billy D. Williams. Really cool figure. I like this figure a lot. It's really not bad. He's kind of like in a posed position, which is really cool. So it actually works. Here's good old Bib Fortuna trying to talk a deal over with Greedo. But Bib Fortuna, he's such a fatty. God, he's such a fatty. Look at him. He's got more chins than me. Like, man. But it's weird too because I don't think you can take this off, but it'd be cool if you could. I guess if you got bored and you had two of these, you could just go ahead and rip this out, and you could have actually another dude or whatever, have another character if you wanted. So that's kind of cool if you wanted to get double of these and just make a whole nother figure. This blaster rifle is not bad. The holdout blaster, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, I probably have to look that up in some kind of Star Wars encyclopedia. There's his weird hands being all creepy. Weird fingers. Weird fingers. And here's good old Greedo. Which I wonder if they'll ever do, because I know they did a vintage version of him in like the Black Series 6-inch figures. I wonder if they'll ever do like another version of him with these colors. So yeah, really bright colors. Once again, not a bad sculpt for this guy. This is pretty much one of the first part, early part of the line, real basic. Kind of more buff than he would have been. Because I think a lady played him, or the lady was the voice for him. I can't remember which was which. It's been a while since I've been over my Star Wars history. But yeah, these figures are cool. They came with more than one blaster, which is awesome. And a heck of a deal. So yeah, that was awesome that he came with more than one blaster. Here's good old Dash Rendar. Shout out to Swampire for this figure. Not for this figure, but just for having interest in this line, in this wave, in this this particular story. And for being a homie. But anyways, but yeah, this is cool. I love how he has this little blaster thing, this little mechanized battle blaster piece. I think it's pretty cool. Can't come loose and come off, but you can put it back on, and pegs in and out of the back, so it's really cool. And he's got another weird blaster, kind of reminds me of some kind of core elite type stuff or whatever. But really cool, man. Kind of like makes you think of a Rio Blast from Masters of the Universe in a way. But cool colors, cool figure, cool dude. I like this guy. Really fun. I think he was in a video game too. Because they had a Shadows of the Empire video game with, I think, with Boba Fett and all that stuff too. So yeah, that would because I can't remember with the Boba Fett if you had like a swoop bike thing you could ride around in that game. I think there was or wasn't, but yeah. So another thing too is a lot of these figures are super finicky. Some of them stand really well, some of them don't. Here's good old Chewbacca from this early wave. I like this Chewbacca. He's super buff. Look at the sculpt on his arms. Like they're just like really ripped forearms. It's super strong. Totally just rip a droid apart or rip the Gundark or whatever. Just like, and he's got more he's got the waist articulation, which is really cool. Comes with this nifty big rifle thing. This thing is rad, dude. This is a really cool weapon. Besides his iconic bowcaster, but it's a really heavy blaster, man. Just a really heavy rifle. And yeah, it's a cool bowcaster. Yeah, really cool figure, man. I like this Chewie a lot. He's a good one to have for sure. And oh yeah, like I said, these guys are super finicky. I almost forgot to get around to Obi-Wan. This is a good Obi-Wan figure. I like him a lot, but the thing is too, it's really hard to get him to stand up. This figure does not stand well on its own. And it's cool because you can take his little robe thing off, actually. And yeah, he's cool just by himself. But with this thing off or on, he's really hard to make stand. You have to just like, to get him to actually stand, you have to bend him way backwards, and he just looks like he's shucking and jiving or something, or just being, I don't know, goofy or whatever. And like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And but I don't know if it could be just from time being in the package or if this figure ever warped, but I think I had this figure back in the day, and I don't know if it was just struggling to get him to stand or whatever. But yeah, you got to definitely use a star stand for that guy. But all in all, I really hope someday to get everything settled with my living situation. That way, I could finally just get everything displayed. I'd like to buy some more dioramas, figure out some more diorama stuff, and just actually have probably maybe all my figures displayed in a cool diorama like this. It'd be fun to do and fun to change after a while and stuff like that. Really dig it. And on the other side of the cantina, we have some shady business going down because they needed it. They don't really let droids in, but droids are usually not allowed, but they needed an interpreter because these days in the cantina, they're getting more and more intergalactic traffic, so they just actually needed interpreters. So they hired good old 3PO to come and do some interpreting and help run the bar. This is actually a really good 3PO. His arms are super stiff though, so I was just kind of worried, and you can see where some of that paint will crack off. You move it, you can actually see that right there. But other than that, it's some good vac metal goodness. And he's actually got a waist twist. A lot of these had waist twists. I know Dash Rendar, Chewbacca, I believe Lando, Yak Face, and also 3PO. So this is a really nice shiny 3PO. I love this figure. He's really cool, and he doesn't look totally ripped, but he just doesn't look so just generic and just whatever. Like he doesn't look so rigid. So that's really cool. I guess Weequay's getting him some guff. He can get his change back or something. But here's Weequay, and once again, like I said, he looks very much like Freddy Krueger. Cool dreads, these little dread band things or whatever. Awesome. Comes with the paint on this gun is really cool. I don't know if it's paint or just the way that plastic's molded, but it's really cool, really nice. There's this force pike. I love this weapon. Just really cool thing between like a staff and or a bow staff and like a bayonet. But really awesome figure. Once again, these figures are cool because they had the dynamic pose. And the clothes, you can see just the rippling in the clothes and stuff like that, and it makes them look a little bit more animated, which is a really cool figure. I mean, really cool for a figure. And here's that good old Luke and the Stormtrooper gear. Once again, these troopers, really hard to get them to stand because if you look at their legs and their feet, they can be a pain to stand. That's why it's good to have star stands. And I don't think... got a bag, but I don't have a bag. You can find these on eBay. Just type in star stands on eBay, and you can find a bag of them. I got them in a Ziploc, but yeah, these work really well for Super 7. And these, sometimes the peg's a little bigger, so you got to jam them in, but they'll work. They really do work. Here's just a regular basic Stormtrooper again. Good figure. Comes with this huge long rifle with a crazy, I guess it's some kind of sight thing or whatever, but a heavy blaster rifle and the regular standard rifle. Really cool figure. Love building these guys. Love army building the Stormtroopers, man. Even though they can't shoot worth the crap. But yeah, good figures. Anyways, that's about done with this segment of the diorama section, or just at least setting them up and talking about them. Sorry I couldn't go off on some crazy, stupid, crass comedy on this one. I'm just just not in the mood right now for this one. Yeah, maybe later. Alrighty, folks. And yeah, that's it for this video, man. Thought I'd just end it with this little, because I wanted to bust out the Game of Thrones video earlier today and check this out. So now I can actually maybe use this with my Hoth guys, but still I need to figure out something to do with the mock snow background. Really don't have much of anything to work with besides this right now. And yeah, it's cool. I like this little piece. It fits. I don't know how I'd be able to get a good photo with this, but yeah, you can use the tauntaun. And yeah, once again, there's good old Han and his Hoth fatigues. Looking really cool. Got a waist twist and everything, 2 blasters, and believe it or not, he actually does fit in a vintage tauntaun, so it still works. So man, that's really cool. Awesome figure, awesome. Tauntaun didn't have anything to do with this, and I think I made a video on that tauntaun like way many years ago. I'd have to go way back into the log to find this thing, man. Long time ago. That's an old video. Maybe I can find it, put a link up there for it in this video. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all, and have a good one. All right, later.